we go. As I'm just trying to set up the casting tool as quickly as possible. As this portion of the bracket has actually been quite slow. There's a lot of catching up to do. Dark is in the semifinals. He's waiting for a lot of series to finish. This is one of them. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Ancient Cistern, we have the South Korean Terran player representing Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the blue Zerg player representing Exeritus Ignat. And from the land of El Salvador, it is Rare. Now, this is a fresh series. We're getting into game number 1. And for some context, the winner of this series will face off against Wayne. And the winner of that series will face off against Dark. So we have our road here to the semifinals laid out before us. We're going to be following ByuN versus Rare, into Wayne, into Dark, into the grand finals. So we have our road to the finals, I should say, already lined up for us. If the lower semis is faster and if the upper semis is slower, then we may be able to cast both semifinals, but that's unlikely. I'm pretty sure the upper portion of the bracket has been progressing a lot faster. I'm just double checking, and yeah, it has been progressing faster. So we'll see. We'll see if we can get into that and if we can catch more than one semifinals. But for the most part, we already know where we're kind of our road here. Our road of progression when it comes to the broadcast. We know where we're going. And for now, ByuN, he's going for his tried and true, going for the ByuN opener, of course. The 2 Raxes here on the low ground, as he does. First couple of Reapers are moving out. It's going to be on Rare to try to keep up. I'm unfamiliar with Rare. I'm familiar with his team, Exeritus Ignat. They are a big Latin American team. They have a lot of members. They have a lot of support. They even have a couple of pro players as well. So I haven't had the luxury of casting Rare in the past. We'll see how he compares here to ByuN. As he's going for his third base, the Lings have arrived, but the Reaper so far is dancing very well against this. And additional Reapers are arriving. Again, to get here, I believe Rare, he was able to bring down Casimir, so a very impressive result here from Rare. Casimir is a Masters, is an American Masters Zerg player. Very cheesy, though, very cheesy. ByuN, though, much more solid, much more well-rounded. Behind this, he's going into a 3rd and 4th Rax. He's going into a 4 Rax follow-up. So again, a very aggressive build here from ByuN. The way this works is your initial 2 Rax, you only make 3 Reapers. You're active on the map. You're, dancing with the army. And the follow-up is typically more macro-oriented, but with this 4 Rax is going to be very committed. ByuN is going to have a massive amount of Marines available. And his push is going to be looking to end the game. Rare, can he read what's going on? For now, he hasn't really been able to see too much. He does have an Overlord across the map, but we don't really have too much of a tell yet, as these Raxes are getting up and running. Marines are on the way. And that one chance here to scout, not the one chance, one of the big ways to scout this push is now gone. The Overlord does get hunted down. Rare even gets supply blocked. After he deals with these Reapers, he needs to fan out his units. He needs to get an eye on that move out. But the Reapers, they do stand strong. An intense trade there from ByuN. He keeps everything alive. And here comes that push. And Rare is droning. This is dangerous. Rare, he needs an army. He needs to focus on link production soon. If he doesn't, this push will just kill him. Stim is about to kick in. There are no Overlords so far that have spotted this until now. Rare, he's still droning, and the Marines now reveal themselves. But this may just be too late. As we have 22 Lings in production. That is a lot of Lings, to be fair. And they may get here just in time. As ByuN doesn't go for the natural, he goes for the third base instead. He's going for more secure damage. Yeah, Lings are falling. The positioning here is insane. We have so little surface area to dive on these Marines, and every single Ling is going down. And now ByuN, he can dive on the Queens. Only one Queen will survive. No, not even. Not even, as ByuN, he heads towards the natural base. And this is game-ending damage. This is just too much already. Drones are being forced off the mineral line. 22 workers go down. The Marines are heavily overstinned, but they already did more than enough. GG, ByuN will take game 1. Oh, GG, well played. Oh. Unfortunately, Rare he just wasn't able to see that push coming ahead of time. He lost his overlords, and he didn't have a spotter Ling. He didn't have any Lings on the attack paths coming out across the map, so he didn't see the army until it was too late, until he had droned up a little bit too much. And the Lings that he was producing, again, just was a late reaction out of Rare. So a solid game 1 there from ByuN. Oh, I should have. Hold on. There we go. Solid game 1 there out of ByuN. As I'm just setting things up and making sure we don't get left behind. Making sure we don't miss a lobby. Por favor. Oh, and I should also set up the logo as well. Beautiful, beautiful. And so we go. We're getting ready for game number 2, and oh, game 2 is going to be taking place on altitude. Here we go. Catching up with the chat. Mutas look so scary to deal with as toss. The Muta concave. Yeah, Mutas, they can be terrifying in that matchup. A lot of the power of Mutas in ZVP comes down to whether or not the Spire gets scouted, right? Like if there's no scouting, and if the Zerg player is allowed or is given the time, then yeah, Mutas, they can snowball out of control against Protoss. But here we have a very different matchup. We have a ZVT instead, and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the South Korean Terran player representing Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Blue Zerg player representing Exeritus Ignat. And from the land of El Salvador, it is Rare. It is rare to see a player from El Salvador, but I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. The Latin American scene used to be large and vibrant. It used to be the biggest scene, the biggest region in the world, but it has been shrinking. It has been shrinking over time, which is a shame. It is a shame to see that. Which is why I'm really happy to see teams like Exeritus be out there and be really supportive and, you know, do what they can for the Latin American scene and bring people like Rare to the table as well. So I appreciate it. Meanwhile, ByuN going for his opener, going for the 2 racks here on the low ground, as to be expected, is going for that. Even on a large map like Altitude, that is not stopping ByuN. And we talk about this all the time, but the power here of this 2 racks, especially in the hands of ByuN, is that he can go for a 4 racks follow-up, he can go for a 3 racks Mass Reaper, he can go for a 2-1-1, he can go for a 3CC 2-1-1 as well. There's just so much variety here that ByuN has with this build, and we'll see what he goes for. We shall see. For now, though, We're just kind of getting into set openers. Hatch gas pull from Rare. Nothing too crazy. Very economic here from our Zerg player as he goes towards that third base on time. And we saw last game that he struggled against these Reapers. The Reapers, they didn't do a lot of economic damage, but they did trade very well against the Lings of his opponent. And they did disrupt a lot of the mining. Here we go. The first Reaper has arrived so far, not doing anything too crazy. Is doing quite a lot to one of those Lings, but is going to be zoned away. Oh, oh! Oh god, he wants that last Ling. ByuN doesn't get it as the Queen arrives. Oh my god. A very interesting first tumor placement here from Rare. Is going to be connecting his bases. As the Reapers do arrive, and ByuN, he's doing it again. He's going for a third and fourth racks. Honestly, it looks like this is almost skill checking Rare. The 4 racks build has fallen off at the pro level, at the highest level of play. We don't see this. We saw this very prevalently maybe 5 weeks ago. But in recent times, this has fallen off. So to see this here, I do think that ByuN, again, is just skill checking his opponent. If he can end the game earlier than I think ByuN wants to. So we'll see. See what he does. Oh my god, he's already done so much damage. Can he kill the third? No shot. I think he can. There's not enough energy for transfuse. He will back off. But Jesus, that third is so low already. Back in the main base, Link speed is about to kick in. We're going for a very fast Baneling Nest here from Rare. I wonder if this is just a defensive Baneling Nest or if he intends to go for a Bane Bust. We'll see. Oh, as both tumors do go down. Big pickoffs by ByuN. Very big pickoffs. Without those tumors, these queens aren't going to be as useful defensively. They're going to have a harder time rotating between the bases. Oh, as the Reapers, they bypass the queens. 5 drones. Oh my god. This is too much. This should not be happening. 6 workers go down. We're going to get a 7th and 8th. Oof. And eventually this will be cleaned up by those speedlings. 11 drones go down in total, and here comes the killing blow. The 1-2 punch. The Reapers, they daze their opponents. They daze Rare. And this is designed to knock him out. Stim is done. Combat Shields is about to finish up. And the Marines, they bypass any kind of scout. These Lings are they're late. They should have been out here earlier. There's no Overlord in position. These Zelnaga towers haven't been spotted. The Lings, they're not where they need to be, and the third base is forfeit. This hatchery is going to be going down. Rare just evacuating his third. And it looks like he wants to go for a Bane Bust, but where are the Lings? Like, he's going to bust down the wall, but what else can he do from there? Yeah, as the Banelings get cleaned up, and now ByuN can focus on his assault. He's already killed the third, and now he's going to kill the natural. The boys have to be pulled. There is no army here for Rare, as the natural base will fall. GG, well played. Good luck in the tournament gets called, as ByuN will take the series 2-0, advancing into the quarterfinals. GG. But a very, very solid performance out of ByuN. Very solid performance. Shout out to, of course, his opponent Rare for being very, very wholesome, you know, for wishing his opponent luck and yeah, just having a great outlook on that series. Of course, the 4x follow-up, it can be really difficult to defend against. I was mentioning earlier that it has fallen out of fashion at the pro level, and that's because it was so common, and players like Ragnarok and Dark and Serral and Raynor, they all got used to defending, and they all really got the defense down for that. If you're able to scout ahead of time, you can prepare enough Lings for it, you can bring your queens to the front lines, you can cut workers early on at around 40, and you can deflect that push. But again, Rare unfortunately just had a hard time even seeing the push coming across the map, so he wasn't able to prepare for something that he didn't know was on the way. regardless, GG, well played. And ByuN advances on into his next series to face off against another Zerg player. Only Zergs are ahead of him. Up next, ByuN versus Wayne. Oh, let's go.